Welcome to this edition of The Truth Athlete Insights. I'm at London Wasps training ground in Acton to talk to first team players and England representatives Christian Wade and Charlie Davies. Both players have amassed impressive experience and credits in their short careers, so I'm going to head into the changing rooms here and find out what being a rising rugby star is all about. Charlie, Christian, lovely to meet you both. Tell me a little bit about your rugby background to date. So Charlie, if you set us off.
Well, I originally started when I was sort of 9 years old and worked my way up and sort of began professionally at Nottingham, where I studied at university there as well. From there I went to Stade Francais when I was about 19 for a year in Paris, which I really enjoyed. Then since then, been here for the past it's my third season here now at Wasps. So yeah, it's
fantastic. And Christian?
Well, I kind of came into rugby late and didn't start till I joined RGS in year 7, and kind of made my way through the English kind of school setup. Got picked up by Wasps when I was in year 10, year 11, and was in the academy, like training in the afternoons through my sixth form years. Then I got then I progressed into the full-time academy for 2 years, and then this is my second year in the first team. That's pretty much my career actually.
So you're in the tunnel, ready to come out for a big game. You've done all the training you can do. You know, you're prepared. What's going through your mind at that point?
Celebration, isn't it, Christian?
Before the game.
Celebrating. Now I thought before games, like prior to being in the tunnel, I have to be kind of totally relaxed. Really, I don't want to be too anxious to kind of like to do well or to perform. Really, I just try to be relaxed really, because obviously the preparation we've done before, knowing your roles and stuff, kind of helped me to relax. And I usually like try to focus on three main things I want to kind of have in the game to help me focus on performing well. But yeah, just in the tunnel, just going out there enjoying it really.
Okay.
Just just having fun.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Joe?
I'm a little bit different. I'll try and stay relaxed as possible before a game, but I'm a bit more I find myself a bit more vocal in the sort of tunnel in the changing room. So I try and get because I've got a pack of forwards in front of me, I try and get them riled up and everything like that. So I'll probably be talking a bit more, and probably get myself a bit more geared up than what Christian, probably a bit more quieter than what I'd be. But like I say, everyone to their own, isn't it?
Yeah, very individual.
So.
And do you have any superstitions or rituals, something you must do, like a pair of socks or something, just something that you must do before a game?
I always wear, for some reason I always start wearing the same boxer shorts. Quite like, they're just, they get washed every week. So
I was going to ask, do they get washed?
They get washed. I don't know, they're like...
Are they a particular type?
Yeah, I got them when I was in Stade Francais, so they're like Stade Francais boxer shorts. So
I haven't noticed.
But yeah, no, someone pointed them out saying that's why you wear them, and I was like, so yeah.
You could have got several pairs.
Yeah, no, I might order a few more. They do get a thorough wash.
Wearing thin.
So they're all right.
And there's a real possibility as a rugby player that you get injured. You know, injuries are really rife in your sport. How do you, A, prevent those injuries, or have you had any that have been a real problem for you? I mean, what's the reality of it?
Well, I'm lucky enough to only have had like two major injuries really. I broke my wrist kind of in my second year in the academy. Kept me out for like 4 months or 3 months, and that kind of affected me quite a lot because obviously I'd never had an injury before, and at that time I was kind of doing well in rugby, and kind of was a big shock to me, and I didn't really know what to do, what I was going to do when I was injured, how am I going to get back in the team and stuff. So that kind of was a massive setback for me.
And do you ever play through the injuries? You know, you find yourself on the pitch and you have to carry on.
Yeah, a lot of people sort of say people are never sort of 100% going into games every week, because obviously you get knocks and bruises and everything all the time. So yeah, a lot of the time you sort of you might find someone like myself going down like holding my knee every occasionally, but
and you carry on.
Try to, yeah. Like you always try and do what you can. Like if you can't, then that's just the way it goes. But
that's when you come off. Do you use the ice baths that I've heard so many people use?
We have to this year.
And how do you find those?
I don't enjoy them, to be honest. Especially Saturday night after freezing cold night, you've got to get into something even colder, which isn't fun. But
it's not good.
How long will you spend in the bath? The ice bar.
3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, not long.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Seems like an eternity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And you're both pretty quick players. I mean, you're on the wing, aren't you? And you're scrum half. Were you an athlete at one point? You were training with Julian Golding, the sprinter?
I was. Well, back in school, my school days, I was like quite a keen athlete and doing quite a lot of training and stuff.
And what made you pick rugby over athletics?
I think it was just kind of like, because I was kind of juggling quite a few sports, and then obviously when you get older, you have to kind of choose which one you want to take seriously. Mm-hmm. And at that time, rugby was kind of kicking on, and also I think I preferred being in a team sport rather than athletics, because it's really individual. Although you'd have like training partners, your coach and stuff, but it's all about you in the race and stuff. And I think I prefer to be a part of something like a big team where you have a specific role and everyone else does, and as long as everyone does their role, it all works together.
Yeah. You both had so much experience considering you are so young. And when you played for Stade Francais, you were playing in France. How different was French team rugby compared to English team rugby?
I found it, obviously because it was my first like real proper like professional set of like top league everything, so it was new, everything was quite new to me. But then comparing it from here to Stade Francais to here, everything's a lot more like here. There's a lot more analysis on teams, and you compare like what plays you want to do against teams. Whereas over there it's all jouer and just sort of go out there and like play, and you find in French like a lot of teams that have sort of a lot of very good individuals that can just produce things, and that's what I found a little bit different. And yeah, and then also French teams just don't like to travel most of the time. So.
Beer drinking is kind of synonymous with rugby, especially amateur and university level. There's still stories that it's the case with professional rugby. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's changing in any way?
No, you get guys who try and be the ultimate professionals. Christian now goes, he's boring, and you never see him in a London nightclub or anything like that. But, no, I think rugby's still got that culture of like a real team thing. Like you do what you do on the pitch, but then you also enjoy each other's company off it. So yeah, you still find guys, especially after a win, the best thing to do is go out and celebrate what you've achieved. So
that's just part of it.
Yeah. It's just part of the culture, and I think it would be nice if that sort of continue. I personally think that should continue, and I don't think it would really change, because it's always, obviously you've got to be sensible with it, not go out the night before a game or before training and everything like that, but within reason, when you have an opportunity to enjoy yourself, you got to do that really. So a lot of it.
And what's your career goal?
Ooh,
the big question.
You're the greatest.
Obviously, aspire. Obviously, any young sort of professional player aspiring, any young rugby player aspire to play sort of your country, British Lions, everything like that. So you're always going to have that sort of dream to do that. So yeah, just sort of keep like taking every week as it comes, and sort of take everything step by step, and hopefully that will come true. So.
Yeah, the same as Charlie really. Obviously, it will be the dream to play for England and get as many caps as possible really, and obviously progress on to do a tour with the Lions as well.
Good stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to move on to my quickfire round. Okay, and the first part of this is, I just want you to say the first thing that comes into your head. Don't overthink it, just shout an answer at me, and whoever wants to shout out first. So, and you've probably already answered this one, if you were not a rugby player, what would you be?
Musician.
Skateboarder.
Okay, what makes you happy?
Girls.
Food.
What makes you sad?
No food.
Cold weather.
I'm with you there. If you were stuck in a lift, who would you want it to be with?
Mila Kunis.
Nicki Minaj.
Okay. You have one last meal, what would it be?
Burger and chips. Bacon cheeseburger.
Curry goat and rice. It's a Caribbean dish.
Best music track to work out to?
I'm liking Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber at the moment.
Which one's that?
Beauty and the Beat.
Oh. Kanye West, Click.
Favourite place in the world?
Champs-Élysées.
Caribbean, St. Vincent.
You're heading off onto a desert island. What would you leave behind?
Christian.
Last round, this is the 50-50. I'll give you 2 options. Tell me which one you agree with. Comedy or action?
Comedy.
Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
Tick. Early bird or night owl?
What was that?
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl.
Sweet or savoury?
Sweet.
Aston Martin or Lamborghini?
Aston Martin.
Amber.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Night in or night out?
Night out.
Glass of red or white?
Red.
White.
Strictly or X Factor?
Strictly.
Who works the hardest, the backs or the forwards?
Backs.
It's been a pleasure talking to you both. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you very much.